Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is for Speech Communications, Summer 2013. My name is Stacy Smith, and today I'll be talking to you about free condoms to kids or students in high school. Good evening, everybody. My name is Stacy Smith. And today, I'm going to be talking to you about free condoms to kids in school. Why should we give condoms to children in school? Do everybody know what a condom is?
Yes.
Okay. Just in case you didn't know, this is a condom. Do you know how much protection this can have on your life? Do you know what this can do for you? Or the lack thereof? Not using it, what it can do to you. Okay. First of all, condoms prevent STDs and unwanted pregnancies. Anybody ever been in a situation where you didn't want something to happen, but it happened? Yeah. Anyway, we want to go there. A study from the CDC in 2009 reported that 8,300 people between the ages of 13 and 24 contracted HIV. HIV is the only disease, the only STD, well, I'm not going to say the only STD, but it's the uncurable STD. It can take your life. So how important is a condom to children or to teens? HIV can take your life and you can never get it back. There's no cure for HIV. In 2009, more than 400 teen girls between the ages of 15 and 19 gave birth. I was a teenage mom. In 1997, I gave birth to my first child at the age of 16, almost 17. It was an unwanted pregnancy. Had I known about condoms, let me take that back. If condoms was more available to me and free for me and more accessible to me, then I think I would have been using a little bit more precaution. But in 1997, not that it wasn't unheard of, but it was just looked down upon to even have sex at that age. In 2013, 16 years later, it's all over the news, it's all over the TV, it's all over the social media. Is just more acceptable. Now, I'm not a supporter of having sex before marriage, although I've done it myself. But if I can do better for my kids, I will be better for my kids. I don't want my kids to have sex before they get married. So, in each year, half of 19 million new STD cases come from young adults between the ages of 15 and 24. Y'all know what STD is? STD, sexually transmitted disease. Herpes, chlamydia, trichomonas, gonorrhea, HIV, the list goes on and on. But those are the most common. Herpes, you're going to have for life. It won't kill you, but you'll have it for life. And 9 times out of 10, you already carry the trait in your body. However, there are 2 types of herpes, simplex 1 and simplex 2. We're not going to go into STDs because this is about condoms. Condoms prevent you from having STDs or from contracting STDs. If we can put more condoms into the schools and get the kids to be more educated about condoms, how much could we lessen the kids or people, I mean, we won't keep calling them kids, but younger adults, from contracting STDs and unwanted pregnancies, because they are the bulk of our problem. Condoms are, 25% of the national average of new STD infections are teenagers. So you're talking about between ages 13 to 19. You realize how much that is? 25% just for kids? You got a whole other age range out there. 0 to 12, 20 to 100, and 25% comes from that small range. Condoms are the most effective contraceptive against pregnancy and STDs. So you can use birth control, pills. You can use let's see, any other type of contraceptive. But condoms prevent you against STDs and pregnancies. Birth control pill don't prevent you against STDs. The number one thing that prevents all of that is abstinence. But we're talking to the younger generation in 2013. Let's be real. Studies have shown that schools that distribute condoms have a lower pregnancy and STD rate. So, for the past 11 years, Massachusetts, Boston really, allowed distribution to condoms to students, and it was a proven study that their STD rate was lower than the national average across the country. Their pregnancy rate was lower than the national average. States such as New York, Massachusetts, Illinois, and Philadelphia have condom availability programs that have been very successful. Studies show schools that have condom availability programs have an increase in condom use but not an increase in sex. So people are more likely to use the condom when having sex because they don't want to get an STD or an unwanted pregnancy, because let's be honest, as a young adult we all have dreams. We don't want to be stuck with a baby. I know I didn't. Did you? No. So, I mean, we have dreams and we have aspirations. Not that to say that children aren't good. However, if we can do more and live life a little bit more before we bring another child into this crazy world, I know I would have did things differently. So, a survey taken in 2000 by the Kaiser Foundation and the 17 magazine amongst teenagers between the ages of 15 and 17, you're talking about 2 years, showed 385 were having sex and 98% of them were using condoms. Now that's good, but that's just only in a few states. That's not across the country. We got 50 states. You're talking about only in New York, Massachusetts, Illinois, and Philadelphia. That's 4 states. So if we can get that national average rate up to 98%, I think our population will be a bit better off. So, educating about condom use is vital to the reduction of pregnancy and STD rates among teens. Male teens who have had formal sex education, what is that? You're taught how to use a condom, you're taught about STDs, you're taught about pregnancy and the effects of it in a classroom setting. Not your homeboy told you that, yeah, bro, I think you need to use a condom. Or, yeah, bro, I don't think you need to use a condom. I think she okay. No, suspect that everybody is not okay. Because the prettiest girl or the most handsome boy could be the one carrying a disease. Believe me, you'll never know. Out of every 5 teen males who had sex say they did not have any form of formal sex education. Studies on sex education found that access to counseling and contraceptive services did not encourage early or increased sexual activity. It only informs you. It doesn't make you hornier. It doesn't make you want to go and have sex or bang that chick. No. It just makes you want to protect yourself. Because do you want to die at 25? Do you want to die at 25? I don't think so. You got too much life to live. It's too important. So I'm an advocate of providing condoms to teens, males and females. And don't think that it's just a male's responsibility to have condoms. Y'all males, if y'all in a situation where you don't have a condom, make her responsible too. She needs to have a condom too. If she wants to protect herself. And if she doesn't have one and she's not worried about having one, yeah, that's a girl you need to be worried about. Don't have sex with her. Sex among teens is not a new issue, but it is becoming a risk factor because of the increase in pregnancy and STDs. Half of students in high school engage in sex. How many people was having sex when they was in high school? Raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of the 5.
4.
So, why not protect yourself? Why not protect them? Isn't it important to protect our kids, our next generation? I have 3 teenagers and do not want them to become a part of the statistics because they lack knowledge about protection. I'm constantly trying to tell them how to protect itself, why to protect itself. And if they need help, come to me. I'll provide protection for you. If you've already had sex, yes, I'll provide protection for you. Because each year, 3 million adolescents are infected with STDs. 1 million teenage girls become pregnant. With formal education and accessibility to contraceptives, especially condoms, we can reduce infections and unwanted pregnancies amongst teens. And are there any questions? And I thank you for listening to my speech today.